All right, welcome to the show. I am your host, Michael G., and you are on EOTV. Thanks for joining me tonight. Great to have you all here. Thank you. Thank you. Greetings and salutations. We have got a great show for you. Absolutely fantastic show for you tonight. We've got some special guests. We have got the talented and lovely Ms. Jenn Calardo. We also have a special interview with the coach, the head of Santiago Multisport, Santiago Moreno. Jimmy will be here talking to us. We've got an update on your race jerseys, which have been ordered. We've got some great stuff to show you about that. We've got some exciting news about the first Endurance Obsession retail location right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to talk about some race updates, where we'll be throughout the year, and all of the other news that you need to know to get caught up this week in the world of triathlon and the world of Endurance Obsession. So stay tuned, and we will be right back after this. All right, we're back. It's Michael G. on EOTV. We've got an extra special guest with us this evening. We've got the lovely and talented Ms. Jenn Calardo. And Jenn, are you there with us? Whoa! Nice. Down. Yeah, I'm trying to calm the crowd down. Goodness gracious! Well, you certainly make an entrance. Thanks for being here, Jenn. One of our real early members of the Endurance Obsession racing team, and it's a pleasure to have you on the phone, Jenn. First things first. You're competing or training for competitions in two sports, and one of them is triathlon. But what's the official name for the other event that you're competing in?
Well, the actual event is actually they consider it bodybuilding. The organization that I do is Organization of Competitive Bodybuilding, which is OCB, and I compete in the figure category, which is muscle without the defined striations of bodybuilding.
So the figure category of bodybuilding.
Exactly, it's physique.
Gotcha, physique. Okay, well, awesome. And so, but the question in my mind is, you're training for this competition in April. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you are attempting to, do you need to win that competition in order to get your pro card?
Exactly.
Okay, so you're training to win that. You're not training for second, not training for third. You're training to win. And at the same time, also training for your very first Ironman 70.3 race. Is that right, too?
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
So my only question is, are you actually driving down to the psych ward right now because you need to have your head examined? How in the world...
The easiest explanation... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, how in the world did you decide to take on both of these challenges at the same time?
Well, I've always been overly ambitious, and you wouldn't believe it, but for me, they actually complement each other very well, because right now, I'm in the preliminary stages, I guess, of training for Ironman 70.3, and the amount of cardio and the intensity of the cardio that I have to do to train for 70.3 is exactly the amount of cardio and pretty much the intensity that I need to maintain my weight and keep on my muscle from training for my speed competition. So they actually, for me, they're complementing each other very well.
Gotcha. Okay. But what does a week look like? I mean, how many workouts are you doing every single week between the bodybuilding part and the aerobic part and your triathlon training?
Oh gosh, it honestly, Michael, it depends on the day. There are days, for example, on Monday, I'm at the gym 4 times between weight training, and then I have to get in at least 3 hours of cardio a day. So it really depends. Never less than 3 times a day am I at the gym. I usually break up my cardio, and I'll do 2 of each triathlon workout a week, and then I'll substitute some alternate cardio in there.
3 times a day, no less than, each and every day. Do you get a day off?
I do. I try to take a day off. Truth be told, I've been horrible about it lately, and that's only because I want to try to get in all my tri training along with all my alternate cardio. So what I'll do is, instead of taking a full day off, I'll do like 1 session maybe in the morning or something for 45 minutes to an hour. And that's actually working out better for me than taking a full day off.
Gotcha. You know, I don't know if you know, but we had one of our embedded reporters following you around, and it seems like you don't have a lot of free time, so we did get a recording of you pulling away from work. I mean, as soon as the clock strikes 5, here's the kind of thing. I mean, you're right out and on your way, getting right to the gym and back.
I'm going slow that day.
Yeah, that's slower than usual. So the what was the deciding factor on the 70.3 race? You've done triathlons before, we know that, but why the jump up to that Ironman distance now?
It's it's the next best challenge. Why not? I mean, I totally think that anything you can put your mind to, you can do. And between you and Mitchie and everybody else on the EO team, you're also positive and reaffirming any kind of excitement that I had about it, like, oh, what a great challenge, and you're all just so excited, and most of you have done them, and I just said, why not? It was the next best challenge for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know the question that all the guys listening are going to want answered because they've seen your competition pictures. Are you planning on racing in one of those little bodybuilding suits that you wear? Is that where we can expect to see you at in Boulder?
Well, I was a little concerned that the strings that cross my back would create too much drag on the bike. So I don't think so. I think I might have to go a little traditional on the outfit.
Oh, well, unfortunately. Hey, we took a shot. But
I think I will wear the heels.
The heels would be good. Well, I was going to wear them too, so we should be in good company there. So, Jen, give us your best training tip. I mean, 3 times a day at the gym, training for 2 different sports, looking to go pro in one. I mean, what keeps the motivation going? There's got to be times when you just say, I've had it, I don't want to do it, I'm not going back to work out. How do you push past that and get it done?
Honestly, I have never gotten to that point this time because I just find myself enjoying it so much. I think I look at it as I'm really doing so much to recreate my body, to change it, and it all comes down to nutrition. Like when I eat well, I feel well, and everything just kind of falls into place, and I'm just loving what I'm doing and the people that I'm surrounded by, especially all the members of the EO team. You guys are just fantastic and phenomenal. So it's really hard not to stay motivated when you surround yourself with people that are just as crazy as you.
That's a good way to put it. Well, any final words for us as you sail off into the wild blue yonder and get ready for your pro show? I mean, what is it going to take for you to win that competition and go pro? Are you on target? Are you right where you need to be at this point?
I am. I actually had that discussion with my trainer today, and he's really pleased with the progress I'm making. I hired a professional posing coach. She's a professional in the organization that I want to go pro in, and she says that I'm looking really great. She's fairly confident that I should take my category in this, which is what I need to go pro. She says so long as we make some minor tweaks, I have like a whole trifecta team going on here that's going to get me to exactly where I want to be, and I have so many people to thank for that.
Awesome. Well, we are excited to watch you complete both of your big goals for the year. I'm sure there'll be others after that. Thank you so much for being here with us. And everybody give it up for the wonderful, Jenn Calardo. Jenn, good luck. Have a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you so much.
All right. The lovely Jenn Calardo, everybody. We will be right back after these words from our sponsors. See you in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to get this circus started. We've got some updates from the world of endurance obsession for you now. Play us out, Johnny. All right. Thank you very much. All right, we've got some exciting things going on. First of all, if you are waiting on the status of the race jerseys, as you know, they have been ordered. We went back several times to add to the order. If you're a member of the team, you had your opportunity, and they're here, and here is your race jersey. All you need, it's a kit. You just need to sew it together, and you will be ready to go. Something along the lines of this. You just need your own needle and thread. No, actually, those are the color swatches, and jerseys are in production. They will not be here for the first week of April. My hat's bothering me. Mid-April is when we'll have delivery, so if you ordered one, stay tuned, and they will be coming out to you as quickly as possible. They're going to look awesome. And thanks to Louis Garneau for sending us these beautiful color swatches. If you are small enough to make a race jersey out of that, you need to eat a pizza. All right, let's talk about some upcoming events. First of all, we've got the Jay Benson Triathlon. I know people have been waiting on the edge of their seat if you're a New Mexico resident, waiting to sign up. Last update as of March the 4th, earlier this week, is that there's no update. Registration's still not open. Waiting for approval from the base commander for this race that has gone on for 20 some odd years, in excess of 25 years, I believe. Still not ready to go. Race date still May 13th at 8 a.m. It is a reverse triathlon. It is run, bike, swim. And it's actually a 3-mile run, 12 or 12.5-mile bike. I forget what they've adjusted that to. And then a 400-meter swim in the pool. But one of the biggest events in the state. 400 plus people. They probably could have 600 if they could fit that many people on the course. And so we'll keep you tuned. But if you're looking for the latest updates, you are looking for Chasing 3 Productions, and they are at chasing3.com. So keep your eyes open there for the latest in the event that registration opens here shortly. Next thing I'd like to talk about is a very exciting time in the world of endurance obsession, and that is our very first retail location, and that's going to be great. That's not funny. Why is that funny? Eddie. If you want to get all of your endurance obsession gear, happen to pull the women's marathon shirt, the 26.2 shirt, you can get them at our very first retail location, and that is at Routes Rentals and Tours. And Routes is located at 1102 Mountain Road Northwest in Albuquerque, New Mexico, just near the downtown area. The lovely Heather West, as one of the owners of Routes, has been kind enough to give us some space for our EO gear, and you can go down there and get it. But Routes, you can also have some awesome bike rentals. They've got the signature big yellow tired cruisers. They do bike tours around special events all around the city. You can rent snowshoes and poles. They've got a shop there with some local craftspeople and products. It's really a neat store. You need to get down there. And again, it's 1102 Mountain Road Northwest, Suite 101, and that's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87102. So get on down to Routes. You can find them online at routesrentals.com, or you can hit up their Facebook page, Routes Rentals, search for that. But again, if you want to get your EO gear and you're in Albuquerque, you can head right on down to Routes. Maybe we'll run a pink line for the men. What do you think? It's looking good now. Not for me anyway. Although I'm totally secure in my manhood, I would wear pink, no problem. And finally, the latest going-ons with the EO Boulder Training Group. If you are training for the 70.3 Ironman in Boulder, as a bunch of you are, and you are part of the training group that we've got on Facebook, you've just finished your big swim week. Congratulations. You got at least 4 swims in this week, maybe more. Some of those really challenged you, so great job. Get ready for Bike Week. Routes workouts will be posted by the end of the day on Sunday night, and you'll have your entire week with a heavy bike focus, and get ready to enjoy all of that. It's going to be a great week here in Albuquerque. After we get through Saturday, temps in the high 50s to mid 60s, sunshine, probably nice and windy, just like we always come to expect in the desert. So make sure that you're on board for that. If you're not a member of the Boulder Training Group, feel free to email me at michael@enduranceobsession.com, and I'll put you on in there so you can catch up on the workouts, you can see what everybody's doing, and keep yourself motivated to get through that Ironman 70.3 in Boulder, Colorado on August the 5th, and we'll have a huge group up there. Going to be a lot of fun. All right, when we come back, we are going to have an interview with a very, very special guest. And our special guest is Coach Jimmy Santiago Moreno. Jimmy, the owner of Santiago Multisport, actually my coach. Jimmy's going to talk about a couple of really key things. One of those, the biggest mistake that he sees age group triathletes making that affect their performance, and also the one thing that you can do as an age group triathlete to improve your performance, one thing you can work on. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. And so we're going to be right back after this. And stay tuned to Endurance Obsession TV. Yeah. All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. It's Michael G on EOTV. We've got a very special guest on the phone tonight. We've got the coach, the man, the myth, the legend, all the way from California, Coach Jimmy Santiago Moreno. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Michael. Good to be here.
Wow, you brought your own cheering section.
Yeah, that's been better than I've had ever.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, taking some few minutes out of your time. Hey, Coach, got to ask you, because obviously you've been working with me, and you should be given sainthood for that. But can you give us, for the people that are listening, we've got folks that are doing their first race all the way up through folks that are doing their 10th Ironman race. Can you give us the one biggest mistake people make while training? I mean, what's the thing you see that you wish you could correct on every triathlete that you ever met?
From my experience, what I have probably identified as the number one mistake is athletes imagining or fantasizing that they think that they can do this alone by either reading a book or pulling a plan out of a magazine. Now, don't get me wrong, these magazines are out there and they're giving you good direction, but it doesn't really break it down into the level of what a person's life is. And that is where I can come in and help one kind of develop a plan and stick to it. And so the mistake that they're making is believing that they can just follow something and not getting any external help or support.
Gotcha. So, and I'm the classic example. 10 years of doing that for myself, and I think I said to you in some form or another, I've gone as far as I can go based on what I know. Now I need to go farther based on what you know, and so.
Exactly right, and unfortunately, I see many people beyond the breaking point where they even had severe burnout, depression, or serious limiting injury, and I wish I could reach out and help more of the population from getting to that state, but. I'm trying to do it one athlete at a time.
Well, we appreciate it. Coach, tell us about your triathlon background. How did you wind up here today? Where did you get your start?
Well, I actually started with a mentor that I had when I was a runner throughout my high school and college career, and for many reasons, I actually a intramural swim class at my university. I went to UT El Paso, and it just so happened that my swim coach was a freshly finished Canadian Ironman, and he gave us a goal that if we finished our first triathlon at the end of the season, the end of the semester, we would get an A. And I thought, easy A. And, to make a long story short, I got bit by the bug in 87, plugged away, and just kept at it over the years. And I believe it was in 92, I'd done enough races to where I was good enough to qualify for the U.S. National Duathlon team, and we all got to go to Germany and represent the United States in the third USA team that competed internationally in Europe that year. And so I took it from there, and turned out that I needed to work on my swimming more than I thought. I lost many races not being an efficient swimmer. So I decided that once I got back from racing abroad, that I needed to focus on that one limiter, and that's all I did for the next 2 years. And it took me that long to become a proficient swimmer, enough to compete with the big guys that were getting to the semi-pro level, and got me up to probably competing best at the half Ironman distance. I was doing sprints all around the Southwest, up in El Paso, Albuquerque, Phoenix, all the way out to Austin, and I did fairly well. I think my biggest break came at Buffalo Springs in '97, where I finished in the top 10 there, and that was definitely a sweet tasting event where I qualified for my second Ironman in Hawaii there.
How's the experience in Kona? Is it really that magical coming down Ali'i Drive and the finish line? I mean, is that something you'll remember always?
Everybody tells you that. Everyone that you know that has gone there and done it, only those that have gone there and done it can say that it is magical. There's a buzz in the air. There's an energy there that you cannot taste or smell or even palpitate anywhere other than in Kona, up and down the Queen K Highway and Ali'i Drive. And when I went out there, I have to say, it's hard to believe, but you go out there with no expectations, and you just want to finish. And I remember the 2 races there like nothing else. I had terrible races. Both runs were atrocious. I had bike mechanical problems. I drank water in the ocean. I was puking. You name it. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But when I crossed that finish line, I was smiling, crying, laughing. Every emotion you can imagine goes through you those last 100 yards, and you cannot replicate it anywhere else.
Cool. So are you still racing now? What does your season look like for this coming year?
My season this year is very limited, and as it has been for the last 5 to 6 years since I started a family. My primary focus is being a father, a husband, and a business owner, and then also coaching. But training for races has still been in there. I do maybe 1 or 2 open races, triathlons. This year, I am actually going to be doing the ITU Olympic qualifier in Mission Bay, the amateur sprint. I'm not going to be competing against the Olympians, but we're so lucky to have the race coming back to the United States after so many years, where it all began right in Mission Bay, Fiesta Island. And the last qualifier for the 2012 Olympic team will be here. And the day before that race, I will be doing the sprint distance there.
Cool. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Good luck in that. Hey, Coach, can you leave us with one thing? I know getting coaching from an expert is key, but is there one tip you could pass along to the people that are watching to say, hey, here's something you can put in your arsenal for your training to make you perform better, feel better, be more motivated? What would you give people as that one final parting shot if they were getting ready to go for a workout?
There's hands down, there's an untapped frontier out there, and I've been doing this for close to 30 years, and we've got the training, physiological component down for the most part. Our performance as humans has increased from a cellular and muscular bioskeleton performance-wise. We tap that pretty much. Nutritionally, that's always evolving. It's sort of plateauing right now. Nothing really remarkable has come on the market that is going to, make you or break you. Equipment, you've got bikes that are carbon fiber and are weighing less than you could ever, dream of them weighing, 12 years ago. But what I would say is the number one untapped frontier is mental training. And I know you as a coach, Michael, know that visualization is the key to success. And if you can imagine it, you can attain it. And you just have to get into a place of mindfulness about what you're doing and really understand why you're doing it. Not only for the crossing the finish line effect, but, just really enjoy and sit with the gratitude of what you are able to do as an athlete, whether it's running a mile or finishing an Ironman race. You can do this by just tapping into the visual and mindful ability of seeing what is attainable. And I think with that, it brings the other two components. It brings the mind, it brings the nutrition, and it brings the physical all into one. And I truly think that mind mental component has kind of eluded many people. And if you look at what's making these top Ironman finishers, top age group finishers, take it to the next level, I almost guarantee you that they're doing what I just mentioned, and that is sitting and really visualizing what they want and imagining how they want to attain that.
Yeah, at the elite age group level, I've got to guess that the top 10 guys or girls, at their distance in the country, you could cover them all with a dime as far as their time and their ability. But it really is probably the person on that day that's most mentally prepared to go the distance, accept the challenge, deal with the setbacks, that comes out on top. Is that a fair assessment?
You got it. There's a very, very hard, true, concrete data that can prove that to you if you know where to look.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Hey, Coach, if people want to find you online, where can they find your website?
You can go to www.santiagomultisport.com. You've got all the resources and contact wherewithal there. You can also contact me directly at 858-361-9577.
Awesome.
And I'm also on Facebook, Santiago Multisport.
So they can find you no matter what. You can't hide from them anymore. And we sure appreciate you being here with us today. I appreciate you working with me. I've had some real breakthrough workouts, and my racing season has just started, so I'm looking forward to a big year. And everybody, let's hear it for the coach, Jimmy Santiago Moreno. Coach, thanks a lot. Have a great night. We'll talk to you real soon.
My pleasure.
Take care.
Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody. That's the coach. I'm the host, and we'll be right back after this. Okay, we have reached the end of episode 2 of Endurance Obsession TV. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back next week with another fabulous episode with all of the updates that you need as a member of the Endurance Obsession race team or anybody else who might happen to be watching. We're going to see next week if we can catch up with the talented, lovely, and fast new team member Lisa Ulrich, who will be racing the Ironman 70.3 Texas in just a couple weeks alongside of Lance Armstrong, and probably going to have a really exciting time and lots of stuff to tell us about that race. We'll have more interviews for you, the latest updates on races, and everything you need to know to stay on top of the world of EO TV. Have a great week. Train safe, train smart, race fast, and I am out of here.